Hey everyone, I'm just getting my camera ready. How's everyone doing? Welcome for joining in on my live today. I am live, so if you're watching this at a later time, put hashtag replay. I wonder if my chair goes up more. I do look so tiny in this chair, don't I? I wanted to be in a comfy chair though for tonight's. Yeah, that's as far as it goes up. That's okay. That's okay. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna pull up the live on my laptop so I can see all of the questions. So tonight we're gonna do a live Q&A. So y'all get to ask me whatever y'all want. Within reason. Within reason. Okay, so I'm just getting the chat pulled up. Okay, I think we're good. The live chat. It's interesting that there's different things. Hey, Creek Road, look, y'all have a cool little y'all have a cool little thing. Do I look so okay? Maybe if I back up, I won't look so tiny. Hey, Greg and Michelle. Hey, Claudia. I should make you a mod. I don't know if I can do that while I'm live, though. No, I don't. Can I? Yeah, I can. Can manage block words. Okay. Boom. I know. I know. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Cheryl. I know. I do look little, but I didn't want to be up on my huge stool. I know. And I didn't know what y'all wanted. I didn't know if I was going to be making anything, if y'all needed, which I can, if y'all have questions on how to make something or whatever. Oh my gosh, you're tapping. I love it. Okay, so tonight is going to be really fun. It's a Q&A, so if y'all have any wreath making questions, small business questions, anything in that aspect, you are more than welcome to start asking. I'm just going to go ahead and start talking about myself and how I got started and all that good stuff. And whenever I see a question pop up, I'd be more than happy to answer it. Hey everyone, welcome in. Hey, yes. Oh my god. Oh, Clear Lake. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Welcome in. So my name's Courtney with Southern Owls if you are new here. I've been in business for almost 4 years, which has been really exciting. Hey, Rhonda. Up till 3 a.m. What's your Oh my gosh, Cheryl, I love it. Hey, Justine. Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Justine, do you have 2 YouTube accounts? Because I made your other one a mod. I'm going to make this one a mod too. Hey, Miss Eve. I'm going to make, oh my gosh, that thing. Okay, well, I'm going to have to wait, Justine, because this heart meter thing keeps on getting in my way. I don't know what that heart, I guess that's liking the live. Okay, so I started my business 4 years ago. Almost 4 years ago. I made myself a Halloween and fall wreath, and I used YouTube tutorials to help me. I was super proud of them. I posted them on my normal Facebook account, and it went crazy. I had custom orders from friends that wanted wreaths, and I was like, hey, this is kind of fun. So I sold locally for 2 years. And then I decided to, oh no, hold on, but I want to make you a mod over here. Hold on, I know, I'm all over the place, it's my ADD. Okay, hold on, I'm going to make this one a mod too, Justine. Okay, there we go. Hey Beth, hey everyone. Okay, so I decided, I really like making wreaths, and so I was like, let's just see what happens, and I started a Facebook page and Instagram, and I did that for a few months, And then I decided to do TikTok because one of my hair clients encouraged me to do it, even though I thought I was too old for TikTok. And I was just staying really consistent with posting every day. I gave myself a year goal. I said, okay, I'm going to give myself a year. And if nothing happens in that year, then I tried and I'll just sell locally. And the online thing just not going to be it for me. But thankfully, it took off, and I have decent followings now. I started YouTube, touch and go last year, but I'm really consistent this year with YouTube now, and I'm loving it over here. Did you ever do markers at the beginning? What do you mean by that? What's markers? Hey everyone. Hey from North Carolina. Where do you do hair? I do hair in Sugar Land. Oh, markets. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much. Okay, so I've never done a real market before. So I do hair in Sugar Land, and I rent a studio. So the cool thing about where I work is you can rent the front area of the studio. So like when people come in and they go and find their hairstylist. So I've done that a handful of times. I did one market and I hated it. But now that I'm like more seasoned and I understand what to look for when you pick a craft show or a market, maybe I'd be more inclined to do one again. But it rained, it wasn't great weather, foot traffic was terrible, it was outdoor event, so there was a lot of rocks in the market that I did. But renting the front of my hair salon studio was successful for me in the beginning, but the last couple of times I did it, it wasn't that great. I haven't rented out the front salon space in probably a year now. Claudia, I know. No, I just always thought TikTok was for 20-year-olds. You know, I thought it was for young kids, and I was like, here I am, mid-30s. And I thought it was just TikTok to me before I got on TikTok was like, oh, let's do some dances. You know, like, let's do some TikTok dances, which is fine, which is totally, totally fine. And if I was a teenager and in my 20s, I would totally be doing TikTok dances because I think they're so much fun. Hey, Debbie. Yes. I know. We do know better now. And TikTok is so much fun. TikTok has evolved. TikTok has so many different avenues, so many fun things about it. I know, the Wreath community. I know. I still remember, guys. I still remember when I first started going live over on TikTok, and I could not find a wreath maker. Like, no wreath makers were popping up on my FYP. And I remember asking my live, I said, hey, what other wreath makers are over here on TikTok? And I hand wrote like a list of like 12 wreath makers. And I started following them all. And now it's like, oh my gosh, our TikTok wreath making community is amazing. Amazing. How did you get started on eBay? I'm not on eBay, so I have my own website. Yeah, save. Would you rather watch the Olympic qualifiers? Love the Olympics and watch in July, but you're thank you, Rhonda. I actually love watching the Olympics. I love watching summer and winter Olympics. I do. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. You make wreaths? I love that. Yes. Thank you, Claudia. So that's my website, thesouthernows.com. I started on Etsy. I did about a little over a year. Yeah, a year and a half, I would say, on Etsy. And it kind of just came to the place where I drove all of my own traffic to Etsy, but I was paying all the Etsy fees. I did love it when Etsy evolved and they started doing the save and share. So that did save me a couple pennies here and there. But it really, I was like, man, I got to get off Etsy because I'm just driving all of my own sales and I'm paying a third party that's unnecessary, right? So I got on Etsy year 2. It was year 2 of wreath making. It was around the same time that I started going live on TikTok. And I didn't have an Etsy shop at first. And I was just trusting people, which don't do that, okay? I was trusting people to make their reads, and then when I was done, that they would PayPal me, Venmo me, or Zelle me, whatever form of payment. And it was really, really great. But you're always going to have that 1 or 2 bad apples that stand you up. And I did. I did. I had a lady ghost me over a wreath. It was a custom order. And I didn't ask for deposits in the beginning or anything. I was just totally on good faith that she was going to pay. And she ghosted me. Thankfully, I changed the sign out, and the wreath did sell eventually. And that's when I was like, wow, I need an Etsy store. I need something that's secure, that I can trust, that other people can trust, right, to go to pay me for their items. And then, and Etsy was fine. Etsy was fine, but I could never find the sweet spot of SEO. And it really stressed me out. Like, really, really stressed me out about trying to do all the keywords and find the right words for the SEO. And once I really started looking at my analytics and I was seeing how much traffic I was personally driving to my Etsy store, I was like, okay, come on, let's just go for it. Let's build my website. I went through GoDaddy. It was super, super easy. And I am a techie person now, so I will say that. Let me throw that in there. But GoDaddy does have support too. So I decided to do a GoDaddy website, and it's been awesome. It's been so awesome because I love it because it's one-stop shop. And if something ever does happen to social media, I always have my website to fall back on, right? I have my subscriber list. I have a blog over there. I have my shop. I have a calendar, which I'm kind of bad about posting on, but I do have it. I do have it. Thanks. Hey, everyone. Yeah, Etsy was fine a long time ago. Yeah, it's really hard to find that sweet spot on Etsy. And it was really driving me nuts. Hey, Kimberly. Ooh, you live in Maine. I want to go to Maine so bad. Aw, thank you. Thanks, Kimberly. That was so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, and I really, I love to teach. Actually, when I first started going live on TikTok, because you're not going to start going live on TikTok and get views, right? So, thankfully, I'm a really good talker. And I can talk to myself. I can talk to a tree, right? And to fill that space on TikTok, I would just teach, right? I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing. And now we're going to do 10-inch poofs. And now we're going to do curls. And now we're going to do this. And now we're going to do that. So that's when I really kind of found, I was like, wow, I never knew I was going to be teaching people how to make wreaths. If you would have told me when I was like 18 years old that A, I was going to be a wreath maker, and B, I was going to teach people how to make wreaths, I'd be like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. But I really found a love for teaching. I just love spreading knowledge. And I love that y'all love to watch too, which is awesome. Yeah, it was. And I really like my own website. It's really hard to get in the SEO. It is. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am very, very blessed. Ooh, question. Does your website figure individual state sales tax for you, or do you have to know? Yeah, so Margie, that's a great question. It actually calculates the sales tax for every state, just like Etsy. It's pretty cool. it calculates everything for you, and this is through GoDaddy. I can't speak for any other web domain besides GoDaddy. It does calculate every state's sales tax. Now, I will say it's not as easy as Etsy. Etsy, it's like one click of the button. Over on GoDaddy, you have to individually pick what states you're selling to. So it's a little time consuming, I'm not gonna lie, but once you get it all set up, you never have to do it again. And all the sales tax goes to the right spot where it needs to go. Okay, that's a great question. So this might sound silly. So how do you do sales on your website? Deposit on customs or just sell what you make? So just like how I did it on Etsy, I created a custom deposit. So my custom deposits are $50. And on my website, it's the same thing like I did on Etsy. And it is, I'm pretty sure, hopefully I did it like this, because I was talking to Lindsay. And there's some things I do need to change on my website. So this is what I want it to be like. I'm pretty sure this is what it's like. Okay, so when you purchase my custom order on my website, you'll pay your $50 deposit, and that holds your spot. And then you will download, it's a PDF that will get sent to your email, and it says, please email me, season, color, budget, all the things. And so I will then start emailing that client back and forth and seeing what they want. I did the same thing on Etsy. So on Etsy, I just did a custom order deposit over there as well, $50 as well. And it was the same thing, the same exact thing over there also, which I recommend y'all doing if you do have an Etsy shop, to do a custom order deposit over there too, because then that's something secure. If you have a potential client wanting a custom order and they see that available on your Etsy page, they're like, oh, cool, so let's get the ball rolling, right? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Rhonda. I know. I try to be really down to earth. I feel like I am very down to earth. Just because I have a smidge of a following, and because there's people that are way bigger than me on these platforms, and I never want to, I never want to forget anything, and I just want to be true to myself and normal. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not being perfect. So it's okay to make mistakes because I'm human, and I think it's more relatable when you're like that, instead of, oh my gosh, I do edit some stuff out of YouTube every once in a while. I need to, like, I had to crawl underneath my table and I caught it on film, so I did edit that out because I looked like a total goober. But for the most part, it is just raw, unfiltered, crazy Courtney crafting, and I like it. I like it that way, because when you watch someone who's so perfect and you're like, ooh, gosh, I feel like it kind of gets stale a little bit. No offense to anyone, but I'm just saying, sometimes it gets a little stale. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Ooh, ornaments. That sounds awesome. Hey, good evening, you're a hoot. Thanks. Massachusetts, thank you so much. Yeah, and if y'all have any questions, feel free to just put them in the live chat at any time. Real life. Yeah, I try to be, because it's like, no one's perfect. Do I thrive to be Martha Stewart? Every day. Every day. But hey, even Martha went to prison, right? Even Martha went to prison. Okay, so, thank you. Thanks, Rhonda. Thank you. I love that I have two Rhondas. Thanks, other Rhonda. Thank you so much. So, some things for the future. I'm going to market on Thursday, and I have my notebook for my vendor big order that I'm going to be placing. So I'm still going to keep up with the wreath kits, because it seems like y'all really really like those. So if y'all have any themes that y'all would like to see for the springtime, let me know. Sorry. I heard something in here. I swear. And when I was live last night on TikTok, I heard something in here. Maybe something just shifted. Okay, that freaked me out. So, y'all want to hear the themes I have so far? I don't mind sharing. Okay, so far for next year's kits, I have ladybugs, bees, dog, butterfly, patriotic, cow. So this will be kits from January to June. January to June-ish. So if y'all want to see something else from me, just let me know. And, well, let me know before Thursday. Actually, my appointment is on Saturday, so let me know before Saturday. Aw, thanks, Lynn. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. She did. I mean, I love Martha, but, you know, no one's perfect. I don't, Beth. I don't. I think cows are still trending. It's really funny because I kind of thought, ooh, dragonflies. Ooh, that would be cool. Ooh, that would be really cool. And my friends at Creek Road has some really cool dragonfly signs. Mushroom. I feel like mushrooms more for fall. Y'all would want to see mushrooms in the spring. Because I already have everything mapped out for until the end of this year. So this market will be for January to June. Thank you, Rhonda. I know the llamas. I know those llamas look so cute. Those llamas look so adorable. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. Okay, back to what's trending. Okay, so Craig Bachman just put out his new collections, and one of them's cows, and it is stinking cute. It is so cute. So I was kind of surprised that cows were still trending. I'll definitely take some videos, some content videos, and let y'all know what's still trending, what colors are going to be really in the spring, and I'll keep y'all posted on that. More swags and farmhouse. Yeah, I want to do, I should do a farmhouse kit. That's a good idea. Would y'all want to swag like an actual evergreen swag kit, or just like a paint stick swag kit? We could do a paint stick swag kit. That could be kind of cool. Hey, good evening. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks, Penny. I know. I totally understand that. And we all have to start somewhere, right? Like when I first started, my reads were not to where they are now, right? But we all have to start somewhere and just keep on practicing. And I feel like if I can make it easy and I can, I hate to say the word dumb it down, but like that's really what it is. And like really just break it down step by step and just hope, everyone who doesn't understand other terminology. And that's my thing too, is like, don't just watch one wreath maker. Watch multiple wreath makers, because everyone has different terminology. And that's how I finally learned how to make a hand bow, is I just started watching different wreath makers, and someone said something and it just clicked, and I was like, oh, I get it now. I get what they're saying now. So always watch other people also. I could do a cat wreath. I'm not gonna lie, I've only made one cat wreath. Like everyday cat wreath. I will be making Halloween cat wreaths, but that's different. That's so different. You never get enough. I know, cows are so stinking cute. Beach or ocean. Okay. I didn't really see much on Bachman's website, but I wasn't deep diving on beach or ocean. Y'all want to do an evergreen? Okay, if I did an evergreen swag, it would be an expensive kit because evergreens are expensive. I'll price it out. I'll price it out and see. I've never done a petal wreath. It's on my to-do list though. It really is. I actually, Michelle gave me her mesh because I've never even bought that kind of mesh before, how to make the petals. She gave me her mesh so I can practice. So that's coming soon. And I will have a tutorial because I've had multiple people ask me to make a petal wreath. And I'm like, oh, I've never made one. I was like, go find someone else. And they're like, no, I want you to teach me. And I'm like, okay. So it is on my to-do list to learn how to make the petals. Absolutely. That's how you learn too. Yeah, I love watching other wreath makers. What about your yeah, I think a dragonfly wreath kit would be really cool. I wrote it down. Pricing, yes. So pricing, what I always do is materials times 2. I will say my my clients that are local will not pay unless I know their budget, but most of my local clients will not pay over $100 for a wreath. So that's the thing too, is like you need to know your audience. So if your audience only wants to pay $50, $60 for a wreath, then I would recommend making pancake wreaths or smaller wreaths that are on Dollar Tree forms, right? Because then that's going to drive your costs down substantially because you're not using as many materials. The form itself is like $5 cheaper, right, than a raised wreath form. So that's my thing too, is always know your audience. What's their budget? What are they willing to spend? That's why I also love my paint stick swags because those are a really good price point also for local clients who don't want to spend a whole lot on a wreath but still want something beautiful on their front door, right? They're releasing new cat ribbons. Oh my gosh, Michelle, I didn't know that. Okay, well, I wrote down cat on my page. I'm going to look into it tomorrow. Have your wreath business started prior to starting your... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the question is, did you have your wreath business started prior to starting your YouTube channel? Yes. Yes, I was in business for 2.5 years before I dipped my toes into YouTube. And when I first started my YouTube channel, I would go live on TikTok teaching, no music, right? I would download my live from TikTok and upload it to YouTube. So I was recycling my content. And that is how I originally started my YouTube channel. But now, as of this year, and a little bit last year, I only make content for YouTube. That's for YouTube. So you're not going to hear me talking to anyone else, saying hi in the comments or anything like that on my YouTube tutorials now. Also, if you're just starting out a YouTube channel, some things that really help boost you into the algorithm and boost you into getting more followers to your page is posting shorts, which is the same thing as a reel. So if you're already posting a reel on Facebook or TikTok, you can recycle that and put it over here on YouTube. You just have to be careful about your music choices. You need to pick music that is from YouTube. You can't recycle music over here because you will get flagged for copyright stuff. But that is also a really good way of just starting your YouTube channel if you already post content elsewhere, just to recycle it and post it over here. But make sure it has no music if you're doing a live or something like that. And yeah, make sure if you do post a reel that you actually search for, and you can use that same music. I do that all the time. I'll pick a song out on TikTok and then I'll just search for it over here on YouTube so I don't get flagged for copyright and stuff. You want to paint? Okay. I think a paint stick kit would be cute. I'm going to write it down. Because I think it would be a really good price point too. Like that could be a really, really good affordable kit. Really, really good one. I need more cat ribbon options. Okay. Do you have a brother for bubblegum yet, or just another Monster Mash episode? Yeah. Candy corn. So last night I was on TikTok making lollipops for my candy corn monster. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get to it before market because I leave for Dallas on Thursday. So I don't know if I'm gonna get to him, but I promise when I do make Bubblegum's cousin or brother, I will post it on Facebook and say, hey, I'm gonna go live making candy corn monster on this day. Thank you. I break it down. I do. So if I bought a 10-yard roll of ribbon and it cost me $6 and I only used half a roll, I write down $3. I do. I break it down. I don't charge that client that full $6 because I only used half a roll, right? So what I do is I write down every single material used, what my cost is, and then I times it by 2. Except for when I spent a lot of money like this on a wreath attachment, I do not charge double for the wreath attachment. I just double my material cost and then I add in whatever I paid for my wreath attachment, because that would be crazy. And I didn't make this, so I feel like that would be kind of wrong to charge double for a wreath attachment that I didn't even make, you know? So that's my only one little thing that I do not double the cost of my wreath attachment cost. Shorts have been so helpful. Good! Yes! How do I decide what type of mesh to use? Tammy, honestly, that's like trial and error. I like polyjute. I like deco mesh. I just got into fabric mesh, and oh my gosh, what a game changer. I love it. I love fabric mesh, and it's really thick. It reminds me of polyjute, but it doesn't make me sneeze. But I always feel like trial and error, and I only buy mesh from online suppliers because, okay, except for polyjute, I will get at Hobby Lobby. But Michael's, Dollar Tree, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, their mesh just isn't great. And honestly, it's really overpriced. And it's not even a full 10-yard roll. I think it is at Hobby Lobby, but not at Michael's or Joann's. I need to do that. Yes, do some shorts, Miss Claudia. I mean, you're already doing shorts on other avenues, on other channels, so why not just recycle that content over here and use it, right, to gain some more followers. That's really how you're gonna get those followers over here. Oh my gosh, you work in Garland. Yeah, I will be really close to you. Hey, Louisiana. How about a teardrop swag? A tutorial or a kit for the teardrop swags? Fabric mesh is awesome. Yes. Yeah, Michelle was like, oh my gosh, it was so funny. Michelle made me buy all this fabric mesh that was on clearance. And I was like, ew, I don't know, it's fabric mesh. And she's like, just buy it, you're gonna love it. And I do love it, I do. Okay, I'll write that down as a tutorial. I will definitely, I gotta get a new page because that's my that's my market order. Yeah, do y'all are more than welcome to add your suggestions too for tutorials in the comments. I will gladly take any suggestions for upcoming YouTube tutorials. Teardrops. I put drops. Teardrop swag tutorial. I do have some fun tutorials coming up. The poly fabric mesh, yes, yes. I only do garlands if it's a custom order because they're really pricey. I will be doing a garland. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this order, y'all. I got a really big Christmas order. So I could try to do part of her garland as a YouTube tutorial. She's got beautiful double doors. She has a 2-story house, and I'm gonna make a big wreath to go up on the second story of her glass beautiful doors, and then we're gonna do a garland that goes all the way up and around the doors. So I could film that. If that would be kind of cool. It's gonna be awesome. She wants like big ornaments, and it's perfect because her theme is snowman, and I have one huge big head from last year, a snowman head, so we're gonna use that in her wreath. I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this order. Can you buy fabric mesh at Hobby Lobby or Michael's? I don't think so, Cheryl. I don't think so. Tutorials for Teardrop swag. Okay, I wrote it down, y'all. Like the horizontal wide strip mesh. The horizontal wide. What is that, Lynn? Best place to buy mesh. Oh my gosh, I have so many. You've been trying. Okay, I'm gonna write down to try to film. It's gonna be huge. So that's why I'm like, I'll figure it out. Garland tutorial. So my favorite places to buy mesh is honestly whoever has it on sale. So that's my recommendation too, is all of the online vendors. Make sure that you sign up for their email list. Like I know my friends at Creek Road, shameless plug, is having a 20% off their site sale right now at creekroad.net. Listen, don't make fun of my notebook. Creek Road sells mesh, Craft Outlet, White Bayou. Oh my gosh, there's so many places. General Wholesale. I always want to say Wreaths of Joy, but that's not their website. What is Wreaths of Joy's website? They sell mesh. There's so many good online vendors. Oh yeah, I love burlap mesh. Poly jute mesh, is that what you mean, like the burlap mesh? That's my favorite. Oh, hey Dorothy, thank you. Dorothy, did you buy my kit? Because Dorothy bought my kit, and I love your name. Wizard of Oz, my favorite movie, and my grandma's name is Dorothy. I love, oh, BB Craft. You know, Kelly, I've actually never ordered from BB Crafts, but people always tell me I need to. Fifth Street Avenue is another good place to follow. They always have crazy sales. They're on Etsy. Oh, is it just the burlap? No, I don't really use that. I don't really use that kind of mesh. Just because it has, like, it doesn't really have a give, right? It's super, super heavy. Yes, same. Yeah, that was me, girl. Oh, yay. Thank you for purchasing a kit, Dorothy. Thank you so much. Yeah, Wreaths of Joy has an app, too. Yes, yes. Resupply outlet. Yeah, why is there, like, I'm going to have to talk to those boys. No, I'm just kidding. I would never. Be like, why did you name your website something other than your actual name? So, yeah, those are, honestly, I just shop whoever's having a crazy sale. And, because for the most part, they all get it from the same vendor, where I'm about to buy all my stuff from, for wreath kits. So, it's all the same mesh. Now, I think there's one other mesh vendor that's at market. But for the most part, I feel like they all use the same vendor for mesh. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize I was at 12.9. I'm almost at 13,000 subscribers. Hey, YouTube. That's awesome. I just turned into an LLC a few months ago. When I originally really started taking off for Southern Owls, about a little over a year ago, I turned it into a DBA, doing business as, and you just file that with your county. And then, gosh, a couple months ago, I turned it into an LLC. I did. Yes! Yeah, Dorothy, your kit went out today. Your kit went out today, friend. Hey, from Georgia. Welcome in, Linda. I do have, shameless plug, I do have one kit left. One kit left to make this fall wreath that you see behind me. It's packed up and ready. All I have to do is put a shipping label on it. But I do have one left. It's $45. And you get everything you need to make a wreath. Pipe cleaners, hanging thing, cable tie, everything. And the tutorial is going to drop next Friday. Placement on floral on a grapevine. Okay, I could do another. I think I've only done like 2 grapevine tutorials. So I can definitely add another grapevine tutorial. So the metal signs are from creekroad.net. Creekroad.net. Their full business name is Creek Road Designs TX. They make like the beautiful pumpkin metal sign, and the metal sign for my monster is from there. The normal other signs, once again, same thing with the mesh. I still use all those same vendors. Whoever's running a special. But my beautiful metal signs are from creekroad.net. Thanks, Dorothy. Thank you. I know, I was so excited because some of y'all who bought my first kit bought this kit too, and I was like, oh my gosh, it made my heart so happy. So thank y'all for buying my kits, and I'm so thankful that y'all are enjoying them. Oh, what I was gonna say, so some new tutorials, upcoming tutorials. I'm making lollipops. I turned a Dollar Tree witch hat into a wreath attachment. So those are 2 that are ready to rock and roll. I have a TMI Gifts collab tomorrow dropping. It's a scarecrow wreath. It's super, super cute. And oh my gosh, I didn't even mention TMI Gifts when I was mentioning vendors. That's so rude of me. TMI is another place that I shop at. And the tutorial for the scarecrow, I said, drops tomorrow. You can shop all of the same supplies at TMI Gifts. You just go to the collaborations tab and find my name, Southern Owls, and all of the items are right there, ready for your cart. And you can use my code AL20 for 20% off your order. So that's a great code to keep for the future if you need it. Yeah. So shipping, I do it. How I do shipping? Let's talk about shipping, because I feel like I get that question often. Margie, I'll come to that question next, I promise. Okay, so shipping, what I do, because even using like Etsy shipping or GoDaddy has a shipping, it's always off by a few dollars, and sometimes it's substantial amount of money if you put in the dimensions and the weight of what you're shipping. So this is my little hack that I do. I find the size box that I'm going to be shipping that wreath in, and since I'm in Texas, right, I do a zip code from California, I do one in New York, and then I'll do one like Oklahoma, one Florida, and then I average those shipping costs together. and figure out, or I add those shipping costs together and I divide it and I find the average. And that's how I do my shipping costs. So the average for a 22 by 22 by 8 box is about $30. So that is what most of my shipping is. So like for the monster, I have to send, you know, these showstopper ones in a little bit bigger box, so the shipping is a little bit more. Or if I'm doing a smaller order, then of course it's going to be less. But that's how I figure out how my shipping is. So I just recommend wherever you are to plug in like different zip codes, like the furthest, something's kind of close, and just average that out. And that's how I do my shipping. I also use a platform called Parcel Path. It's the best place that I have found for shipping. It compares UPS and USPS, and it's always really, really great rates. Because that's also a question I get so often, is that they take their box to UPS and have them figure out the shipping, and sometimes it's like $100, and I'm like, that's insane. So I highly recommend using Shippo, Pirate Ship, Parcel Path. Those are all great shipping platforms to help you with cost of shipping. I also buy my boxes, since we're on shipping, at Grainger. I used to buy them off of Amazon, but I have a local Grainger, so it's just easier for me to go and place my order and then go pick them up. And they're just a little bit cheaper, just a little bit cheaper, since I don't have to pay for shipping and I can do local pickup. Oh, yay, Kelly! Yes! Okay, what's the difference between a DBA and an LLC? So, doing business as in an LLC. So, an LLC, you are protected. So, if someone sues me or anything like that, I'm more protected as a business, as an LLC, versus just a DBA. It also, you'll get tax credits and things like that being an LLC versus a DBA. The same thing if you become incorporated. Like my salon's incorporated for insurance reasons. So like someone trips and falls at my salon, they can only sue my salon. They can't sue me personally. So those are like kind of the biggest difference. So I recommend like starting off as a DBA, and if you start making substantial money with your wreath business, I would evolve it to an LLC, just because it's easier tax wise, and you get that protection as well. Oh my gosh, no, you're gonna be totally fine making lollies. You're gonna be totally fine. And if it's a disaster, that my lollipop tutorial is dropping on Friday, so you can watch my lollies. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. DBA is doing business as. So that's when you just file that you have a business with your county. That's when you just file with your county that you opened a business. Yeah, sorry, Lori, thank you. That's huge. So you can pay yourself a wage with an LLC. I don't even know why. Well, you know why? Because I don't pay myself. It all just goes into Southern Owls. I have never once paid myself with Southern Owls money. Never. It just all sits there. All sits there. I know, Claudia. I know. And I was live last night making lollies. I was. You know, it was funny because Lindsay was in the live and she was like, okay, so what's changed from last year to this year and you making these lollies? Because you were like totally okay with it. And I was like, honestly, I think last year when I was making the lollies, I was like so busy making wreaths at the time. I was just slammed. And I was like, right now, it's the calm before fourth quarter. And so I was like, I think I'm okay because I have a little bit of downtime. a little bit of downtime before it gets crazy. So I feel like I have more time to spend on making cute wreath attachments like lollipops and these witch hats. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. for y'all to see these witch hats that I made. You're so welcome. An S Corp, yes. Yeah, an LLC does cost. It does cost, but guys, fun fact, you can set it up yourself online. You do not need a lawyer. So save your pennies and set it up online. It still costs money though. It does cost money to get an LLC, but it's a lot cheaper if you do it yourself online. With the you register it with your state attorney general. Is it the attorney general? I think so. So every state's different, but you can do it online and save some money. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. Creek Road, y'all are an LLC, right? Y'all better be. Just kidding. Just kidding. That's what it is. Secretary of the State. Thank you. I knew it was something official. Yeah, and you'll just do it with whatever state you live in. You'll figure out your state website and then go from there. Woo! Okay, y'all have any more questions for me? It's almost been an hour. If not, I'm going to wrap it up. Because I don't think I have anything else to say. Oh my god, you do taxes? Oh my gosh, I love that. I know, my CPA. I also highly recommend if your business does start taking off, please hire a CPA. You don't know what you're doing. I've had a CPA ever since I've opened my salon, and she is worth every penny. How much did it cost to turn into an LLC? I think it was, oh gosh, I'll have to go back and look at my receipt. It was hundreds. It wasn't thousands. It was definitely hundreds. I don't remember how much it cost. 300? It was either 300 or like 600. But it's gonna vary state by state too. And I'm in Texas. And I think every state's different. Yours is 250? Okay, 300. That's what I was thinking. 300 is in Texas. And that, I don't know why it varies from state to state, but it does. But you can do it yourself, and it's not that hard. You just need, your documentations and all of that from, your business, your social, all of that. And you'll just fill it out, and then the Secretary of the State will approve it. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Is it 3? Okay, well maybe it's 300 okay. Legal Zoom is who we use online. Okay, that's good to know. If you do need help, that's really good to know. Yeah, I would. If you're making that much money a year, yeah, I would convert to an LLC for sure. It's a one-time fee. It is a tax. It is. It's a write-off. No. What's a write-off? It's a write-off. Yeah. I know, my CPA, she was so funny. She was like, anything that you have purchased you highlight it, you let me know. She was like, anything that's for your business. You're so welcome, guys. Y'all are so welcome. And I'm not like the business expert, but I have owned the salon for many years, and now I have this. So I know a little bit. But I'm not a CPA. I'm not a lawyer. I also, guys, I have a lawyer. I have a business lawyer. I highly recommend if you start really making a lot of money to hire yourself a lawyer also, just in case. You just never know. Oh, like, what's the golden number to convert into an LLC? You're so welcome, Claudia. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna be up to you. And when you want to start paying yourself, right? Because if you're doing 25 in sales, that's pretty good money. I haven't paid myself because I just put it all back into Southern Owls. But I don't know. That's a really good question. I just knew after seeing my sales last year that I needed it to be a more of an official thing than just a DBA, because I just wanted it to be, my business be protected. my CPA would have a heart attack. Okay, well, let's talk about that real quick. Do not do that to your CPA. Pay, I use QuickBooks Online, okay? Hook your bank account up to QuickBooks Online. All of your transactions will be there for your CPA. You can reconcile your bank statements for your CPA. You can say, you know, material costs, this is that, this is that. Don't drive your CPA. I mean, you can drive your CPA crazy, but then she's going to charge you like $1,000 or $2,000 versus a couple hundred. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. Southern House. Woo-woo. Thank y'all so much. Have a good night, everyone. Oh, someone said 25K? I don't know. I think it's just like, honestly, personal preference on when you start thinking, yeah, when you start thinking you're making decent money. A tax consultant question, yeah. Here's an example. Okay, yeah. I know. Yeah, I would also, Beth, yeah, that's great. That's really good too, is to have separate bank accounts. And I do too, obviously. Southern Owls has its own bank account, and so does my salon. And so does and then we have our personal bank account. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you so much. Yeah, do not do that. I know, Lori's like, please don't do that, coming from a CPA. Good night. Thank you so much, guys. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. I truly appreciate it. And I wrote down notes, and like I said before, if you're like rewatching this and you have suggestions, feel free to leave a comment, and I will look into it. All right? Thanks, guys. Oh my gosh, y'all have the best night ever, and my next tutorial drops tomorrow, so y'all go watch it. Night, everyone. Oh, getting out of my low chair. Night. Good night. Thank you, guys. Oh, thank you. Good night. Night, everyone.